Hey guys, what's up? It's Dennis from Dennis World of Bodybuilding. A lot of people talk about the whole Chad Nicholls versus Sean Ray stuff that is going on right now, based on the two Valuetainment interviews Patrick Bat David had with both Chad Nicholls and Sean Ray. And it's obviously that those two guys hate each other, so I was like, man, maybe an opinion of a past athlete of Chad Nicholls is appropriate for this one. So I thought about Nasser el Sonbaty because Ronnie Coleman and Flex Wheeler already said their opinion on Chad. So I thought maybe you'll find some negative opinions too when you check the history of his past athletes. So I thought about Nasser el Sonbaty, and I thought about the interview series on bodybuilding.com, which I mentioned oftentimes, which lots of people read because of me. They checked it afterwards because there he trashed all the guys. It was like a final wrap up and a final roast of everybody he ever worked together in his bodybuilding career. He not only talked bad about the people, but he made his bill, with everybody he had to do in his career. And I'm talking about Nasser, everybody he had to do back in Germany where he lived, and then he came to USA and everything. So I thought that, okay, if Nasser had to say anything negative about Chad Nicholls, he would have said it in that exact interview series, because he extremely trashed lots of people, and you already know that. So I checked the interview series, and I found something. Actually, he talked about Chad Nicholls, but not the kind of way you would think when you would see just the Sean Ray interview they had. Okay, so I have to step to some pictures, and it's those guys: Milo Sarcev, the legendary bodybuilder, and of course Nasser himself, which you'll see in the next few pictures, because I'll read you out something, a portion about the interview, which also includes Chad Nicholls, but mostly also includes Milos. So just listen and enjoy. So the interviewer asked, "These are some pretty sweeping statements, Nasser, especially since it is thought that Milos is one of the foremost bodybuilding gurus operating today." And then Nasser said, "One of the big dilemmas of the inglorious Milos is that he's trying so hard to be a recognized nutrition guru. And actually, he is very jealous of Chad Nicholls, who is, if you're using the word guru, to my knowledge, the best out there. It is just too funny that Milos is claiming he started Chad and my career. This statement can only come from a mental underdog based on self-deception and an exaggerated opinion of oneself. Milos is also living in morbid self-denial." Okay. "Personally, I do know numerous guys who have approached him to train them. In the end, and in most cases, they just end up wasting the money, time, and energy and they put into listening to someone who doesn't know too much." I don't read you everything out, but the interesting stuff. "When it comes to pros, he has effed many of them up permanently, experimenting on them," and he's talking about Milos Sarcev. "For example, with Dennis James, who received the wrong amount of insulin several times from Milos and spilled over and looked smooth and soft at one point. He almost died because of Milos' overprescription of insulin. By the way, Dennis switched over to Chad to receive proper help. Dennis dropped Milos for good despite the fact that he was still seen at Milos' gym." And then he talked about other people that were effed up by Milos. And that's the thing I wanted to say. So actually, Nasser is speaking very, very highly of Chad Nicholls in an interview series where he's really ripping off many, many people. So if there would be anything negative, Nasser had to say about Chad, he would have said it there 100%, 100,000%. And in fact, he says that if you're using the word guru, To his knowledge, Chad Nicholls is the best out there. So combining that with Ronnie Coleman's opinion, who's also very highly speaking about Chad, and combining that with Flex Wheeler's opinion about Chad Nicholls, who's again him too speaking very, very highly about Chad Nicholls, you do have a different type of side, because you see that actually the ex-athletes of Chad Nicholls, they all praise him up very highly. So that was my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed the little flashback into the past to see if there are anything, to just complete the puzzle of the whole opinions about Chad Nicholls. Subscribe to my channel. Enjoy your Sunday. I wish you all the best. I wanted to get to 3,000 subscribers. Bye.